Pemimpin-pemimpin daripada parti-parti dalam Pakatan Rakyat. Terlebih dulu saya minta maaf atas kelewatan tadi. Tetapi hari ini adalah satu hari sejarah. Bukan saja bagi M Manoharan dan keluarganya, tetapi bagi saya hari ini adalah hari jadi saya 68. Dengan keizinan tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, boleh saya bahasa dalam bahasa Inggris. First of all, I wish to apologize for being late just now. I always thought that Klang was not as busy as Kuala Lumpur, but I think I have been proven wrong this afternoon. I got caught in a jam while coming into Klang. And after that, of course, I took the wrong turn. After someone, Garrison sent someone to come to my aid. It's a very important occasion today. An occasion which will go down the history of Kota Alam Shah in having its representative elected by the people, but not being allowed to be present at the opening of his own service center. This is a shame. A shame, a scandalous shame to the country. M Manoharan was my legal assistant for more than 10 years. And Dr. Mahathir Mohamad was associated with the Internal Security Act. In fact, he survived for a long time because of the Internal Security Act. In 1987, in particular on the 27th of October, Operation Lalang was initiated. In which 106 trade unions, MPs, church workers and ordinary citizens were incarcerated in Kamunting. That included me. My wife, in fact, had to take up the mantle and fight for the rights I had been fighting for since I became a member of parliament since 1978. Except, of course, I lost in 1999. But that was a temporary measure. The people have put us back, and I think what is important now is to ensure that this sort of democracy, the Internal Security Act, is repealed. The Internal Security Act was in fact promulgated by the British, not in the form of an act, because at that time we were a colony. It was the 1948 emergency regulations which were brought about because it was at the height of the emergency, the MCP, and struggle for revolutionary power by force of arms in 1948. In 1960, the 1948 regulations, the emergency regulations, were in fact made into an act of parliament. And a solemn undertaking was given by Tun Abdul Razak at the time, who was Home Minister, that the Internal Security Act would never be used, would never ever be used against the political opponents of the government. But that pledge was never kept. And now we are in the year 2008. We still have the Internal Security Act. The Internal Security Act is one of the most horrible type of legislation that can ever be enacted. A man is born to be free, to be incarcerated without a trial, without the right to be represented in a court of law, is something alien to the human spirit. It was Makal Shakti. Makal Shakti in the 2008 elections which brought about a change in the entire country. You must not forget that these 5 Hindraf leaders are responsible to a great extent in the opposition coming in vast numbers into parliament, 82 in parliament and in all the other state assemblies. M Manoharan and his group, the other 4, should never be forgotten. We in the DAP, or for that matter in the Pakatan Rakyat, will never forget their plight. Their case comes up on the 1st of July. there's a review. There must be a review every 6 months, and I'm calling upon the government to release them on the 1st of July itself. The time has come. The time has come for the government to show that it is prepared to be matured, it's prepared to accept facts and release these 5 leaders. In the event they're not released on the 1st of July, on the 21st of July, I'll be striving again to obtain habeas corpus orders for them in the High Court in Ipoh. And I hope that a lot of supporters will come there to show the government that the Pakatan Rakyat means government. It means business. I said the Pakatan Rakyat means government, and I think right, we are going to take over government anyway. If not in the near future, in the next elections. Now with those few words, I declare the service center officially open. I thank you.